Guys, you gotta be doing your lateral squats, okay? All the things we do in the gym to get jacked, tan, juicy, and awesome, all use muscles that control or contribute to what's called the sagittal plane. So we squat, we deadlift, we push, we pull, we push, we pull. You gotta think about lateral movements. You gotta think about giving some stimulus to the muscles that control the frontal plane. They don't need much, but as we continue to progress sagittal plane activity, we have to also stimulate frontal plane activity, keeping our hips nice and sweet so we can continue to move, continue to progress without any setbacks. This is one of my favorite exercises to address the adductors, abductors, glute med, essentially the muscles of the hip complex that control the frontal plane. A lot of ways to progress and regress this as well. So this is probably the most regressed version using a TRX band. We'll be leaning back slightly. We're gonna step to the side. All right, what we're looking at here is my toes. I have a toe to instep relationship. Here's toe to toe, here's toe to instep. From toe to instep position, I'm gonna lock this inside leg, trail leg, and I'm gonna sit into the lead hip. And I have my bands here, or my straps, to help get deep into that range. So I wanna feel length in the trail adductor, and I wanna sit into the lead hip. The goal is eventually to not need these straps. So in the onset, if you have to lean back a lot and you have a lot of weight in your hands to get into this position and achieve depth, that's fine. But you want to do this with the goal of not needing the straps. So eventually get over that midfoot so you don't need the straps. Then I want to drive off this lead leg back to the start position and go to the other side. Lock the trail leg to lengthen the trail adductor as I sit into the lead hip. A way to regress that even further is just to stand in the straddle. Sit, sit. Lock the trail leg to lengthen the trail adductor. Sit into the lead hip and alternate. Once you can do that comfortably, we can progress to the step with assistance from the straps. Once we're able to get to a point where we can do the movement without the straps, you have bodyweight variations. The next progression would be to add a dumbbell. This arguably assists just as much. Having this weight kind of helps me sit into this hip a bit better up to a certain point, and then as you continue to add resistance, this will add resistance to the exercise. But in the onset, having this dumbbell is kind of nice as a counterweight to sit deeper into the stretch. And the final progression would be a goblet, where I'm here. This again, loaded up front, acts as a counterweight so I can sit deeper into my hip. I've personally done and seen people do this with a barbell as well. I would argue that's kind of garbage. I'd much rather have you guys just progress a heavier dumbbell in the goblet position. But there you have it. That's your TRX, dumbbell assisted, resisted, or goblet position lateral squats to address and stimulate the muscles that control the frontal plane of the hips. Important stuff, guys. You don't need much. Put this in on 1 or 2 of your lower body training sessions, 3 to 5 sets, 10 reps each side, providing length to the trail adductor and some work in that lead hip. Do your lateral, guys. You'll thank me later.